You're listening to Empire of Rust, the world's first and only Transformers RPG podcast. Join the fight as Carapace, Rex, Magnum, Wildstrike, and Sweet Spot fight their way through Iacon's underworld against criminal empires and a movement determined to bring an end to the Cybertronian Confederation.
Well, welcome back, everyone. This is our episode 44 of Empire of Rust, your one and only Transformers RPG podcast. And the only podcast that has more Spaceballs references than G.I. Joe.
Someone's going to have to fact check that. I nominate Mike.
Please don't.
All right, what were we doing last time? We were in the middle of something, weren't we?
I think we're about to roll initiative.
Yeah, we were making an arrest. I'm pretty sure.
Damn straight. That's how you start off a game. That sounds like something I'd do. Starting off with initiative? Yeah.
Well, we kind of had to force your hand because you were hemming and hawing. You know, a bunch of false starts and whatnot.
I don't do false starts. I do
false finishes.
One start. That's true. Well, you know what? This isn't a false start. I want you to all roll for initiative.
You got me.
Why don't I have you describe what you were doing there? You tried to do something to Xaron.
Well, Xaron had approached, and I asked him if he was here to rescue me. Of course, he said no, he wasn't. And I told him, well, I forget exactly what I did say, but I did tell him I had a secret. And as he leaned in close to hear what I had to say, because my hands were allegedly behind me in handcuffs, I was actually holding the handcuffs in my hands instead of them holding me. I quickly made an attempt to slap the handcuffs on him.
Go ahead, roll up an attack.
Hey, well, I'm willing to bet that's a pretty darn good. 21. I rolled an 18 plus my base attack bonus 3. It gives me a 21 because I have no strength. No strength modifier anyway. Oh, hell, we could say it the first way. I have no strength.
Yeah, 21 versus what is effectively a touch attack. Yeah, you'll be able to get some cuffs on him. I will give him a save to see if you're able to get cuffs on both his wrists, like shackled together, or if you just get one on there. You are able to kind of get it onto one of his wrists, but not quite both of them. But you are still holding on to one side of it, so the pair of you are kind of linked together right now.
Okay.
Oh boy.
That is the quote-unquote surprise round, and we will get into the actual turn, and we start off with Carapace.
Are we dropping these people?
I believe we're trying for,
Subdual?
Yeah.
Subdual.
Non-lethal.
Okay.
Subdual if you can.
I can. Okay, so I will run, and then from this position, I will fire my tactical cathode cannon.
TCC.
Zappy zap. And that goes out, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, look at that. I happen to hit all 3 of them.
And Sweet Spot.
And not Sweet Spot. And that's fine. I will take my shot with this thing. So that is a 20 to hit. That goes against all of their armor classes.
See, 20 to hit is going to be a hit on both of the Badgeless and on Xaron.
Perfection. Then they take 12 points of non-lethal electricity damage.
18 points of non-lethal electricity damage. Gotcha.
No, 12.
Go with it.
18 points of non-lethal electricity damage. Gotcha.
Okay.
I.e., they're probably susceptible.
Cool. I like that.
Okay, well, Magnum, you are up.
Are there any side entrances to the ship, or is it only in the back?
It's just the hatch in the back.
All right, then. Magnum will run around the shuttle and run into the back, jump into the back of the shuttle, and run up to the pilot and point both his guns at him. Freeze, dirtbag, we're not going anywhere. And that's all he can do, since that used up all my movement.
That's fair.
And then you hear the sound of Magnum getting thoroughly thrashed inside the shuttlecraft.
Zoom.
All right, Sweet Spot in a rare showing of third place in initiative this time.
I was kind of chained up.
And beaten by Carapace and Magnum, too. Not the fastest people here. Well, I don't know what Carapace might be.
I'm decent. I'm pretty fast.
Yeah, I'm not.
He's
even remotely.
he's quick on the draw, at least.
It took a natural 20 for me to get to this place.
Well, since this fella Xaron is our ultimate target, and we don't want him to get away, I will fasten the cuff on my wrist, and I will attempt to pull him back in this direction between our co-conspirators.
I will say a move action to fasten it on your wrist,
Aye.
and go ahead and make a strength check, see if you pull him with you. Opposed strength checks.
I'm guessing I won't.
You never know, I might roll low.
Oh, there we go. 7. Yep, 7.
Well,
On a D8, what?
I actually rolled a 7 too, so I guess we're not moving.
No, I gotta see Sweet Spot turn into a car at this point.
I was just thinking that. It's like, peel out the other direction.
Let's do something like
You
this.
see all those sharp rocks around us?
Zoom.
Take a spin. Yeah.
Hey, Xaron, you ever play Crack the Whip? Or crack the Dip, maybe?
Yeah, I rolled a 7 too, so I'm just going to say that neither of them are going to move anywhere on this one, so yeah. That is your move, so Wild Strike. First combat that is 100% you. No combiner nonsense, no imprisonment.
That's right.
What you going to do?
I'm going to target the badgeless in front of me
Do it.
and use my Mark's Mech ability
Okay.
and take a shot.
Well, now what weapon are you using?
My static polarity rifle.
And is this going to do lethal damage?
Yes, it is.
Okay. What do you got?
I rolled a 20, which gives me a 30 to hit.
Damn. Yeah, that's a hit.
So that would be 45 damage.
The E that is next to the damage there, does that indicate that it's electrical damage?
Yes, it does.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
45 damage, you say, right?
Yep.
Someone's not using the rifle I bought him.
67 points of damage later,
Okay.
he's dead. You wipe him out completely. You wipe him out. Even if Carapace had not done anything to him, you still wipe him out.
Who did you kill?
The badgeless guy. And then I will point my guns at Xaron and say, surrender or you're next.
Oh, please surrender. Knowing that I am handcuffed to him.
See, this is what happens when you build up for however many episodes. He's been charging that gun this entire time.
You've got a lot of repressed anger there, don't you?
Here's what happens when you throw somebody in prison.
Oh, Xaron threw you in prison?
Yes, he did.
Oh, I would definitely surrender if I were you, Xaron. You have no idea what this guy can do to a building, let alone to you.
Hey guys, a head just bounced in here. What's going on?
The other badgeless is going to turn and take a shot at you, Carapace, because you were the last person to hit him, so I think that makes a little bit of sense.
Sure.
Probably gonna be a miss with a 9.
Yeah.
And the one in the shuttle in front of you there, Magnum, is gonna pull out his gun. And he is going to take one shot at you for a 17.
No.
2 crappy misses. That sucks.
Close, but no duck guacamole, dirtbag.
And Xaron. Wild Strike, go ahead and make an intimidate check.
Oh.
Since you told him to surrender.
Oh, wow. I got a 19.
Ooh, damn.
Spare me, Wild Strike, please. And fix your aim with those intimidate checks.
So he will look at you, Wild Strike, and tell you,
It is not within my purview to surrender.
Okay.
All right.
Lower your weapons, and I will do what I can to ensure you will not be destroyed.
Sweet Spot, I want you to make a perception check. Actually, let me ask you a quick question. Do you have, profession diplomat? If you do, you can roll that.
I have profession, but I didn't write down which profession it was. I just put points in there, so I'm assuming it was I'm assuming it
profession?
was. Yeah.
All of them.
The profession that I have been.
Was it the oldest profession?
I was just going to say that.
Oh, my stomach hurts. I hate you all.
Well, he does move pretty quick.
Cookerbot's rubbing off on you. And rubbing on you, too.
Oh.
Okay, 29 for profession. Tell us what he won there, Johnny.
So you have heard Xaron speak before, and not just in like these messages that are been sent out over the public airwaves. You've actually heard his political speeches before, and you've kind of gotten a feel for the style of it, because as a diplomat, you would know that every public speaker has their own particular style and their own way of talking.
Oh yeah, it's all in the delivery. I understand that.
His intonations, his inflections, all feel off from what you remember.
Interesting.
Wildstrike, I don't think you would notice anything like this.
Yeah, probably not.
What about Legionnaire standing right next to us?
He's convinced that Xaron has a bug on him.
All right, then I'll just share a knowing glance with Legionnaire.
All right, and the last thing for these guys here, I need you, Sweet Spot, to give me a opposed strength check.
Of course you do. Without modification. 12 for my strength.
He tries to pull you back, and yeah, you don't get anywhere with him.
But he doesn't...
Or he doesn't get anywhere with you.
Pull me anywhere?
Nope. Got this big little tug-of-war happening here. All right, Carapace, back up to you. Top of round 2. Let's go ahead and do this. You gonna kill him?
Well, I mean, my weapons don't actually kill right now, so I'm just going to take another shot.
Maybe you should have told Wildstrike that.
I think Wildstrike knew.
It doesn't sound like it would have changed anything.
I looked for a merciful fusion. You said no, so it's not my fault. I blame the GM.
As do we all.
You get the fusion of utter destruction instead.
All right.
The transmogrifier of killing.
I hit a 32 AC.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. And I do 8 points of electricity damage to both of them.
A 32 is not a crit for you?
It's a 19.
Oh, close though.
Yeah.
Very close. Both of them go down. Xaron and the guard next to him. Sweet Spot, you're holding on to him, and his arm and whole body just goes limp, and he falls to the floor.
And I'll move in on the other guy.
Gotcha. All right, Magnum, the badgeless up front has taken a pot shot at you. What you gonna do?
Wait, what is he? Was he holding a long arm?
He is holding a rifle of some kind.
Go, Magnum. You can hit him.
I'm actually going to try to grapple him. Although that's like near impossible now, isn't it?
It's very difficult.
Right.
KAC +8. Yeah, grapple's really tough nowadays. Unless you have a character specifically built to do it.
I guess I'll just shoot him with my little zappy gun.
With your zappy gun, huh? You move forward 1 spot, but I don't think you really need to. So if you do want to take the penalty for a full attack, you can attack twice.
Yeah, sure. And 22 for the first hit.
That's a hit.
He gets another shot.
And a 4 and a 5.
Natural.
And I got a 1 point non-lethal electrical damage.
Well, it's a point.
Good point, Magnum. Good point.
Why don't you just transform and sit on them?
That may be more effective.
Couldn't be any less.
Man, everyone's a critic. But this is a little bitty gun, too, that's all I can afford.
Yeah, it's the gun's fault.
So unlike some people, I'm not trying to kill anyone right now.
I wasn't trying.
Good, if you tried, there wouldn't be anything left. If that represents non-effort.
Sweet Spot.
Oh, yeah.
You got a tied-up Xaron, or an unconscious tied-up Xaron attached to your arm. What do you want to do?
All right. I will... you're going to have to move him, but I will drag him back to here and ask Legionnaire to check him out. You know what you're looking for.
Steal his shuttle.
Yep, Legionnaire will do that. I will get to him at the end of the round. And I'm not going to worry about strength check because you're just pulling an unconscious body there. I'm sure you can manage that. And Wild Strike. Targeting Sweet Spot.
Yeah, might as well.
Say again?
I'm going to go there. And I'm going to take a shot at the pilot. I'm assuming I can see him from there?
Oh, yeah, certainly. Right through the middle of the ship.
And I will miss with a 1.
Oh, jeez. Very polarizing day for you, Mike.
Right?
Huh? What do we got here? We got this guy. He is right next to you, Magnum. He is going to attempt to take a full attack. No, you're just going to take one attack. Ooh, nat 20. Nat 20! And let's take a look at the damage on this bad boy. That's going to be 4 and 2, 6, plus 2, total of 8 damage. 8 fire damage, if it makes any difference to you.
It does. This one, it offends me more than normal.
Fire damage is at the top of the list, huh?
Yes.
And acid damage is at the bottom.
Until I get hit by acid damage.
Then it goes straight to the top.
You're getting the hang of this.
All right. Well, Xaron is unconscious. The other Bagdos is unconscious. Legionnaire is going to take a look at his former boss, and he goes right for the back of the neck. And guess what he sees? Sweet Spot, make a perception check.
Here comes. Here's the roll. And 25 is my perception.
Boom.
What do you see? What do I see?
He has a bug on his neck.
Well, how about that? Isn't that a freaking kick in the pants? All right.
Well, good and bad to that.
We don't yet know that this is actually Xaron, but we'll see.
Okay. I am going to, on comms, ask for Magnum to come lend his medical abilities whenever he's able to.
Sorry, busy being shot right now.
That's all right. I'll wait.
My head will probably still be here after my smoking remains.
That's all right. All we need is a little bit of help from you.
All right, Carapace.
We're going to play some hopscotch, Wild Strike. I'm just going to move up to here. And then take a shot with my light reaction cannon. So I'm going to move away from the unconscious guard, step in front of Carapace, which lines me up directly with the guy inside of the ship, and take a shot.
You said
you're going to step in.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. No, it is Mike. So like I looked up at the screen and my name is under my name, under my icon, which means it's on top of him. That's funny. Okay.
You're tripling all over yourself.
Yes, absolutely. I, Carapace, will walk away from the unconscious guard, step in front of Wild Strike, which lines me up directly with the guard inside of the ship. And I will shoot them with my light reaction cannon.
Now you sound like a Mad Lib.
Right. So I hit a 17.
That's a hit.
Okay. And that was a 4, by the way. And I do 12 points of piercing damage. Lethal.
That is a hit, even with the cover that is being provided by like the seat and the chair. And it is a good hit, and he is still up.
Okay. Like Wild Strike, you know what to do.
Yep. I got it.
Destroy the ship. But it's not Wild Strike's turn yet. Magnum, it's yours. What you gonna do?
Can I step to the side a little bit? Is there room?
No, that's outside.
Oh, yeah! Right through the wall. Alright, I'll try to shoot him twice more. What the hell?
Go for it.
So, 16.
16.
And, 7.
Sorry, Magnum, with the cover from the seat, it is a miss. And that brings it up to Sweet Spot.
All right. Well, who's left to shoot at? Just the guy on the shuttle, right?
You could always shoot at Wild Strike if you're scared of him.
Nope. I can shoot at the guy on the shuttle, though, right?
You can take a shot, however, you are going to be going through Wild Strike, Carapace, and a seat in order to try to get him, so...
All right. I will move to here.
That seat's murder, I'll tell you that. The seat is just made of iron or something.
You know what? I don't think I like the odds of missing, so I'll just use my force missile.
Nicely done.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So yeah, 9 points, and 8 points for the 3 missiles.
So what's your total damage you're hitting him with?
26. Ooh.
And is that lethal damage?
Unfortunately, there is no non-lethal version of that.
Well, guess what, their Sweet Spot? Boom, 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 3 missiles, deadzo.
See, this is what happens when we try not to kill anyone.
See? See?
2 out of 3 casualties.
Icon security forces are going to need a big hiring push after this, aren't they?
Yeah.
So back to Wild Strike. Carapace is in front of you. You do think you can get into the shuttle if you need to. Do you want to just destroy the shuttle? Make certain?
Might as well, right?
Why? It's a piece of equipment. We could fly around with this thing and not have to worry about sweet spot.
No, I'm going to check the Badgeless next to me that's unconscious and see if he has a bug on him.
Yes, and since all the enemies are dealt with, we'll take you out of combat rounds, and yeah, you take a couple seconds there, turn him over, check thoroughly, and you can see very clearly a Cerebro-shell lodged into the base of his neck.
I'm going to try to stab that with my spark knife.
We wanted to take one alive and take it off, and spark knife isn't going to be the thing that's going to do that. It's going to be like surgical procedure from our head guy.
All right, fine.
Pat, Wildstrike just wants to kill.
No, I mean, I get that. So, I mean, like, just think about how hard it is for me to say that. Like,
I know. That's a lot of restraint.
yes.
He's feeling very frustrated since he's been using a non-lethal weapon. It just isn't the same.
It's residue from, like, having sweat spot in my head, like when we were like the combiner thing. Like I'm like, wait, I'm thinking long term now. I'm like, yeah, we could just kill this guy. Yeah, but that means we have to kill a lot of guys later. And I'm like, no,
All right. Well, since I was stopped from doing that, I will grab the second set of manacles and manacle this guy.
All right, simple enough to do.
Can I see if this guy that's next to me is actually typically dead, or if I can stabilize him in time?
That is a good question. Let me double check here. If you act right now, dump some energon into him, you'll be able to save his life. But you feel you have 1 round to do this. If you don't do it like right now, that's it.
I will dump some energon, give him 9 hit points.
Okay. He's not conscious, but he doesn't look like he's dying anymore.
All right, and then I will check his neck out.
Yes, this one also has a Cerebro-shell in the base of his neck. But unlike the other one that Wildstrike has examined, this one looks to be significantly damaged.
So this one's fried. So when he wakes up, he's not going to be under control anymore.
That's a safe assumption. Yeah.
I mean,
he's still probably going to be pissed.
He's going to be confused. He's not going to remember anything. He's going to find himself all beat up somewhere, wherever we decide to leave him.
Well, we should probably take him with us.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, because he's going to be, probably a good idea. I'll check out the unconscious one and see if I can extract the Cerebro-shell that is still whole.
Now, let me ask you guys, do you want to try this, or are you bringing him to fix it to have him try it?
I trust Magnum's ability, so if he thinks he can do it, I just suggest that we have something to contain it before we take it off.
Carapace is going to be looking around just to make sure there isn't, like a camera on the ship recording us, or that there's 1,000 drones and we're being broadcasted on the news attacking the supreme ruler of the planet.
You can do that, certainly. Wildstrike, I see you just moved up into the ship. Are you doing the same thing?
I'm going to check out the ship, yeah. See if there's anything inside there.
The two of you give me perception checks. Also, don't forget that you do have a Cerebro-shell that's probably still active on Xaron.
Right. My perception is an 8.
Mine is a 15.
Okay. Carapace, you're looking around, kind of just checking all around the area as best you can, but nothing looks out of place or anything.
Sure.
You don't see any particular cameras or anything kind of sitting on buildings. There's nothing you recognize. You still do see drones in the sky, but it doesn't look like they're coming towards you at the moment.
Right.
It looks like they may still be kind of doing like a grid search pattern. And to be honest, as you've been checking around, I'm assuming that as you go from place to place, you keep an eye on the sky, keep an eye on things around you, and you've noticed that those drones have been up there the entire time. Ever since you got back to Iacon, you've noticed more drones in the sky, with each passing day. You notice a couple more here, a couple more there.
Okay. I am professionally paranoid, so...
Yep, I figured. Wildstrike, you There's honestly not a whole lot unique about the shuttle. You've seen the type like this before. And as you're kind of poking around through the console and taking a look at all the storage bins and everything, you do notice that there is a tracking beacon on it, and it's active. However, it doesn't look like it's like anything unusual. It looks like it's a fairly standard kind of tracking tool that most shuttles would have, especially shuttles that would belong to like the diplomatic hub.
Okay. I'll let Magnum know about that, see if he might want to disable that.
Sounds good.
All right, I guess I'll do an engineering check to disable that before I do anything else.
I'll try to assist him.
So 23 plus whatever Wild Strike can do to help. Oh,
close.
Hey, you're a good moral support, Wild Strike. Good to have you around. Pythagoras missed you a lot. All right, I guess I'll try to remove this thing.
All right, so yeah, with a 23, you certainly can disconnect the tracking device. It's not readily apparent if anyone actually is tracking the shuttle right now, but you do think that you've gotten it disconnected and turned off.
All right, is it actually removable?
High or low good for you?
High.
Roll a 20, so yeah, it is removable.
All right, I'll take it with me. I'll say, hey, Wild Strike.
Hmm?
Think you could find a good place for this that might move around the city that isn't here?
I'm sure I could find one.
And I'll just show them how to turn it back on. If you have a minute, I'd appreciate it.
We're in like a parking lot for a shopping center or something, so I'll find some vehicle and put it on the vehicle.
Probably something that's driving away from us already, if you can. But whatever you think is appropriate.
Steve Buscemi.
That would be great. Poor Steve.
You're going to call Steve?
No, we can use the shuttle now that's not being tracked. Just got to paint it. That's what they do, right? They paint things when they steal it 100%.
I don't know. Do you see what's on top of it? It's like the most metal shuttle ever. Move that dude. Move the guy.
That dude.
Matt.
What?
Yeah. Look at that.
Oh, it's like a death skull thing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so human.
What the hell does skulls even mean to these people, you know? We don't have skulls.
Right.
I'm also going to try to pull this thing off the guard, because I figure if I fail this one, we can save Xaron for fix it.
Give me an important medicine check.
Why do you have to say it's important? That means I'm going to fail.
That's why I said it.
I wish I could help you.
I got a 31.
Magnum, you carefully try to extract this thing, and you notice, and you can tell that it is kind of buried in there, fairly tight. So you kind of take a tiny little microscopic, like laser scalpel, and I'm sure Pythagoras is the one who's actually doing this with his smaller fingers, taking like a little welder and trying to separate out like the filaments of it very, very carefully. And it takes you a good like 15-20 minutes in order to kind of get through all this, because it is such detailed, intricate work that you think if you make even the slightest mistake, you are going to be screwed on it. But Pythagoras is up to the task, hitting the legs one at a time, and you manage to disconnect all 6 of them. Disconnect the main little connecting piece that goes into the base of the neck, and you get it separated. And you are now holding it in your hand. And the moment you have it separated, it attempts to crawl up your arm. Pythagoras, make a reflex save.
Oh dear. 20.
More than enough. You manage to kind of bat it off your arm before it gets too far up there. Because even though it is incredibly small, it is, compared to Pythagoras, it's actually a little on the big side. So it's like the size of your hand. Crawling up your arm. Yeah, trying to get to Pythagoras' little neck.
Yeah. It'd be sort of obvious on him, though, wouldn't it? It'd be sort of sitting on his head.
Yep.
Just look like a rat tail.
What is it, a tarantula on your neck? Yeah. It's the new thing.
Is it a tarantula on your neck, or are you just happy to see me?
I don't see how the two are correlated.
What? A thing for spiders? I don't know.
Come here, I'll show you.
You knock it off your arm, knock it to the ground. It attempts to right itself and start to scuttle away. What do you want to do?
Want to grab it and throw it in the metal tool case I had ready for it.
Okay. Yeah. Easy enough to do.
Lock it in there.
Locked up.
All right. We captured one alive, guys.
Good job.
Nicely done.
That was a really good shot, Wild Strike.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no, that was efficient work.
Yeah, it happened so fast, I didn't even see it.
Neither is this
assuming
guy on the ground.
I was going to say, is the dead guy, he also have a bug? The one that Wild Strike obliterated?
Yep, he would have one, or I should say, the remnants of one.
That thing probably popped like a hot tick.
Yeah, it did.
So what do you think, guys? Should we jump in the shuttle and take off? Because we've been here probably way longer than we need to at this point.
I think that would be a safe assumption.
Yeah. Let's contact Fix-It, see if we can bring him the working bug.
Okay.
And the Chancellor?
He's still bugged right now, so...
Correct.
He's still on my arm, so I'll just drag him up this way and on the shuttle.
You gotta be kidding me.
Can any of you pilot?
Yes.
Well, I know you can fly. I wasn't sure if you could pilot.
Don't the two kind of go hand in hand?
I guess.
Don't worry, I'll fly it.
If it's
I
got-
can drive around as a tank, but I'm a terrible pilot.
Well, if it's got the steering control and a throttle, I can pilot it.
All right, I can do it if you want. All right. Eject.
I assume you are taking the bodies with you.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. The
We'll
body.
just stack those over there.
Only
Can,
one's dead.
Can our necromancer, suck out some life force of the dead guy?
Yeah.
Fresh.
We don't want to stock the body. We don't want to stock the dead guy with the living guy here.
Are you not going to bring the dead bodies along?
There's only one dead body. Only one of them's dead. Two of them are alive.
Yeah.
Just someone threw them in a pile with the dead bodies. I don't want them to get mixed up. All right. Let's get out of here.
Skedaddaloo.
So you got one dead body, you got two unconscious bodies, you got the body of Xaron in there, you have Legionnaire up there. Where are you gonna go? What you gonna do? What's the next part of the plan here?
Ask a Legionnaire if Xaron actually has a safe house.
Or a house.
That is safe.
Well, yeah, he's got a residence, but I don't think we should go back to that.
No, like a secret place.
A secret place,
Yeah, like a bunker or shelter or something like that.
He's not really that kind of politician, you know? He doesn't really have a hiding place or anything. He keeps everything on the up and
All
up.
right, you are his bodyguard. Did you have a fallback plan to bring him somewhere safe should something happen that he need to get out of the line of fire?
Yeah, it was get on the shuttle and get off the planet.
Actually, leaving the planet doesn't sound like a bad idea right now.
Yeah, this planet sucks. Can we just put this thing into orbit then, for now, until we do our communication? And use it like a little mobile command station?
Don't see why not.
It's not very big, but fits.
Fits 9 of you.
All right.
Fits 9 of you pretty tight, that is.
Well,
We need to get a bigger. We need
We'll
to
put
get a bigger
the body
ship
in
that goes space.
the overhead compartment.
You bring the ship up into a stable orbit, kind of above Iacon, and yeah, you park it here for a minute, so you can kind of take some time and figure out what exactly you want to do. So what's the next step here? What's going on?
I hate space.
There's just so much of it.
Right now you have one dead body, you have two unconscious bodies, and you have Xaron in the back here as well. Everyone is unconscious. So are you going to attempt Pythagoras to get that one off, or do you want to bring him to Fix-It?
You guys think we should contact Fix-It to consult with him first?
Tell Fix-It to go to Wheeljacks and have both of them take a look at this thing because, I think you got lucky in removing it, and let them have a chance so that they know how to do it, and it'll legitimize what we've been saying on the off chance that they had any doubts
Is there a risk to Xaron?
of keeping it on.
No, if we take it off and fail to do it in some particular way, is there a health risk to Xaron for failing to pull it off.
Now, I got the impression it was more about keeping the bug alive. Like, we could just zap it and then he'd be fine.
Well, we already got one alive, right?
Correct. But if we also think that Xaron is, like, the big deal, like, he might have, like, the first one. Like, subject 0.
So that might be a really important one to have alive.
Mm-hmm. Correct. Yeah, having more than one chance to do it is also probably a good idea.
Okay, yeah, I'm agreed with that plan there, that line of thinking.
If he gets back to his senses, it could be very useful, you know. Send him back in there.
In his right mind, that is.
In his right mind, yeah. You know, send him back in there and let's see what information he has. But we don't want them to get him back right now, so.
Correct.
All right, I guess we'll open an encrypted channel to fix it.
We do know that Wheeljack is being watched, though. So that is something to consider.
Maybe we should just stick with Fix It right now, then.
Maybe that is a good idea.
Yeah, Fix It actually did have experience with the bugs from before, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he's our best chance anyway.
Yeah.
We gotta get the manufacturer, because if Xaron is bugged, it's probably he's not the biggest cheese out there.
Right.
Yeah, that.
We need to find the big Limburger.
Just when we think we get to the end of the line, there's more line.
You're fine with that, Sweet Spot. You love driving down the road, right?
Yeah, but, sometimes that means you got to drive back.
If there's a line, that means the road's continuing.
It does. Unless you get to the finish, that line is the end.
Mm-hmm.
Or a wall with a tunnel painted on it.
I was thinking that 10 seconds ago.
Why do I keep anticipating your remarks today? This is like the third time.
It's like...
I know, you weren't even part of that combiner.
Yeah.
All right, open an encrypted channel 2. Fix It. Hello there. Fix It, how you doing?
If you've called me on the phone, you reached Fix It. I couldn't do that fast enough. God damn it, stuttering mouth.
Maybe we can send help. I mean, Carapace is having some sort of fit here.
We're talking about vocal cords being ripped out.
Oh, yes, that's true.
I've only got like one rank in medicine. I'll take care of him. Clear.
Oh, I feel better. Thank you. That was surprisingly effective.
So, Magnum, is this you?
Yes, we have some friends who are been bugged, so to speak. They're really bugging us, and we'd really like to get your input on this.
This is a secure line, correct?
It is indeed.
Where do you want to meet?
Where would be secure for you? Because we can get pretty much anywhere. What would you do normally that would be non-suspicious for you to go out of the where you work?
Not a lot. I spend most of my time here at Central Reclamation.
What would be the reason that you would have to come out suddenly?
Minister meetings. If anyone in the government has a medical issue, like for instance when I helped work on the spark you're holding there, Magnum, something like that would be a legitimate reason for me to go.
Well, we happen to have a high-ranking person in the government right now that needs medical attention.
Yeah, we actually do legitimately have one of those. I could put a call out.
Wait, who are you talking about? Xaron? You have Xaron?
Z-Man, yeah. He's a bit bugged out right now.
How did? No, I'm not going to ask. I'm not going to ask at all.
It's better for you if you don't. It will not make your life happier.
Do you want to meet at Wheeljack's lab?
He's being watched.
Wheeljack's being watched? Oh, that actually makes a lot of sense, yeah.
Where could we call in? There's some place that we could call you for a meeting or call an emergency in to send you there. That would be plausible.
The places that would work best are the ones that are probably under control of whomever's directing all of this. Like if there was a medical emergency at the diplomatic hub, then yes, I absolutely would end up going there. At Starscream's palace, for instance, I would be called there as well. I'm generally not called in for small emergencies.
What's the farthest point away from where you are that you might call legitimately?
The furthest point away. And he will point out probably like a diplomatic end of the spaceport.
All right, well, we'll send a call in there. We'll find a place halfway in between to meet.
Have him bring medical supplies.
Yes, bring medical supplies.
I always have medical supplies with me.
I'll look at a map and find something that's sort of nondescript area in between there.
Okay.
Preferably warehouse or something like that, or alleyways, whatever. Somewhere where we can land the ship, but it won't be too visible from too far away. So it's like halfway through his trip.
He'll and as you're kind of looking through the location of where he pointed out, the actual spot that he pointed out on the spaceport is essentially an armory run by the Iacon government, the security services wing.
Well, I don't know how close we want to get to that right now.
I was gonna say, does that like trigger like a bad idea, or is that like an opportunity? Like, oh hey, we could actually get some level appropriate weapons, or is it like that's a trap?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, the place is bound to have some government personnel, and we already know that security forces are infiltrated by these bugaloos here. Little buggy guys.
We might want to go there, but probably not with Fix-It.
Yeah.
Okay.
Close to there, but not exactly there.
Wait for my call, Fix-It. I was going to set up an appointment for you, okay?
Sounds good.
And I'll tell him where we're actually going to meet along the way. And then I'll call up the little diplomatic wing down there.
The place that he's pointed out to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Hello, I'd like to schedule a conference room there, please. We're having a diplomatic visitor, and to discuss some of the more mundane points of possible raises for all people who work in armories.
Make a bluff check at +4.
34, baby.
Wow.
So yeah, you you turn the comm on. I imagine you encrypt the signal and even probably use Minister Xaron's kind of diplomatic credentials. The call goes through, and a bored voice kind of answers you. Iacon Spaceport, Armory Division, what can I help you with?
We're calculating how large the raises are for the people who work in the armory. Mr. Fix-It is going to come have a meeting with someone there. Could you schedule a conference room, please, there? He's going to want to look over the facility.
The chief medical officer? That
yes.
Fix-It?
Yes, he thinks it's unhealthy for you guys to be getting paid as much as you are. He thinks it should be higher than that.
Yes, certainly. We'll schedule some space for you right away.
All right, thank you very much. Put it on this calendar. Try to make it for like 2 hours from now. How about?
We'll clear the room out. We'll clear. Stevatron, clear out the conference room.
Thank you very much. You're a credit to your profession. What do you do anyway? No, never mind. You're a credit. Have a good day.
Yes, have a good... And you close the comm line.
I think they bought it.
Well, you certainly sold it. That's for sure.
Son of a bitch, Magnum.
Magnum.
I'll just send a calendar notification to Fix-It through using the diplomatic net through Xaron stuff. Just the fact that he has a meeting in 2 hours down there.
An Outlook notification.
Yep, basically. A normal meeting, and we'll meet him in an hour at our spot.
Dude, that message was so good that Fix-It's going to call us back and be like, oh, guys, I'm sorry, I actually can't come and help you right now because I have a meeting where I have to, increase people's pay at this place. I totally forgot about it, but it's really important.
The lost collateral damage.
I love it. Deep within Central Reclamation, Fix-It gets a ping on his personal datapad. You have a meeting in 1 hour at Building 6, Floor 3 of the Iacon Spaceport. This meeting is declared high priority by High Minister Xaron, and attendance is mandatory. Press accept to acknowledge receipt of this message and to approve your attendance. The message begins to repeat as Fixit taps the acknowledge button, indicating his acceptance.
Nurse Paradron.
Yes, Doctor.
I've been summoned to an emergency ministerial meeting. You'll take over here. Supervise Jetstorm's wing replacement, and call the clinic in the Parahex district. See if they still need that fusion module. Primus knows that we can use it more than they.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and let the transport bay know that I need a shuttle prepped. Class 2 med shuttle, non-sentient.
Right away, Doctor.
Fixit punches in the coordinates for the spaceport, his diplomatic credentials bypassing the security lockouts. As he settles in for the quick flight, he pulls up a classified Autobot scientific report from the war. Cerebro-shells, the classification and removal of certain mind-altering technology, by Autobot Chief Medical Officer Ratchet of Vaporex. I'm so sorry, Chief Fixit. I was told to set up a meeting. The message came from Minister Xaron's diplomatic channel. I don't know why no one's arrived. The poor operator on duty at Armory 14 couldn't explain it. The message seemed legitimate, and here was Chief Fixit who must have gotten the same message. This kind of screw-up could mean the end of his career, allowing a fraudulent meeting to get scheduled with the Chief Medical Officer, no less. He should have seen it. There's no reason for anyone to contact him to set up a meeting about a pay increase.
That's quite all right, officer. No harm was done. Still, I think this little mistake should stay between us. And maybe a swift departure from the port might make up for it?
Absolutely, sir. Not a word, sir. I'll have your shuttle prepped for departure immediately, sir. A small smile spreads over Fixit's face as he marvels at his own skill to make the best of the situation. Back on the shuttle, the autopilot pings as the ship approaches Rossum's Corner, a section of the city with construction still ongoing. It'll make a perfect place to hold a clandestine meeting.
And we'll meet him in our nondescript parking lot or some alley somewhere.
Yeah, he was meeting us first.
No, in order to keep everything kind of on the up and up with it, he is going to head to the meeting first, and then head to get to you guys on the way back. That way, he's got plausible deniability that he's actually there.
Okay, that's fine if he doesn't mind having a meeting by himself.
He's a smart guy.
Yeah,
he's pretty smart. Chief Medical Officer, after all.
Yeah, I like dealing with this guy. No fool.
In the meantime, Magnum, you get a notification from Hold Stuffatron.
What?
Okay. Just route it to my private communication.
It's a receipt notice for 2 large crates. Was placed into private storage under your name.
Okay. I will, send any payment along that they need if they need it. But,
They will expect, I want to say, probably 40 credits or so for storage for a week.
Wow, you actually, you paid for 2 full crates of foreshadowing?
Actually, I have no idea what's in that.
You know that one of them is going to contain the body of Zephyr.
And the other is going to be the Spark Eater.
Yep. And the other one's going to be the remains of the Spark Eater that you asked to be sent to you.
Yep.
But
who important stuff.
But wasn't it Xaron that said that he was going to do that?
I mean, I more or less arranged it though on the side anyway, though.
Okay, cool.
You mentioned a 2-quick switch, but you did say that you were gonna to try to have that arranged as best as possible. But as part of that message, the 3rd container was reported that it could not be shipped.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, tell him to put it on hold, and I'll get down there when I can.
Okay. It's likely that it might still be on the Metallicus.
Oh, okay.
What was the third crate?
Do I remember what third grade is?
Was it the stasis pod?
It was the unconscious form of, I believe it was Shortfall. The two that you fought on the Metallicus. The one you did not kill.
We stuck him in the stasis pod, didn't we?
Yep.
Forgot about
goodness.
that. So he's still on the ship.
You stuck him in there, and you never mentioned to anyone that it contained someone. So he's been stuck in there for in essentially suspended animation ever since you put him in there.
Well, it's been what, like a day and a half, you know?
Yeah,
so
a lot's happened. But
it's not like it has been a long time. So.
Probably closer to like 2 or 3 days, but yeah, it's been a fairly short amount of time.
Yeah.
Did they say why they couldn't pick it up?
The notification, it says it's against policy to deliver.
Oh, they probably know what it is. Okay, I don't know. Huh. Well, he's not going anywhere right now, so we gotta think of what to do with him. But I guess he's safe enough for the moment. But
safe.
we can
safe on the Metallicus.
Yes. Yeah, it's plenty safe for him to be on it and us not to be. All right.
So about 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours or so passes until Fix-It gets to the spaceport, gets to the meeting, realizes that whatever meeting was set up was either in error or a mistake, and for him to get back on his shuttle and head over to where you guys are.
Since we have some time, and I don't think we actually said anything, can we search the bodies? Like, did Xaron have anything on himself, like a data pad? Or
the guards are going to have 2 auto-target rifles and an azimuth shoulder laser. They are fairly low-level weapons. I imagine whatever you have already is better than that.
Sure, but everybody else take a look at stuff. So
2 tactical core hammers. And 1 tactical baton. Nope, I'm sorry, got that reversed. 2 tactical batons, 1 tactical core hammer. And a total of 350 Shaniks over the 3 of them.
Well, you probably shouldn't rob these poor fools that, you know.
Well, they're not going to remember.
Now, Xaron is a little bit different. Xaron did not have any weapons. And I'm sure, Magnum, you did a check at one point to just get to see what you knew about him, and you know that he is a peacemaker, and he is essentially a pacifist. So the fact that he has no weapons, not surprising at all. Mm-hmm. He's got about like 200 credits, 200 Shaniks on him. But the thing that is probably of interest to you is his diplomatic credentials. Now, you already grabbed them in order to use them to send the message to the spaceports. And just doing a quick check on them, you realize that his diplomatic credentials are probably one of the highest credentials in the city. Probably second only to Starscream and the effectively the Imperial Palace. So
Wow.
you could use his credentials to get almost anywhere and get almost anything. However, you would know that these credits are flagged. So if they're ever used, there's always going to be a notification that they're being used here now. But they will get you, again, pretty much anything, anywhere.
All right, so if we need to use them, we can use them, but they'll get figured out pretty fast. Can someone with a certain clearance give clearance to a different identification as part of their access?
I see where you're going with that, and the answer on that, the short answer is no. Whoever needs that clearance would have been granted that. So, for example, someone like Legionnaire actually has some fairly high clearance because he's Xaron's bodyguard. Well, he did until he was put in prison. Xaron could order someone to have clearance, but you wouldn't just give him he wouldn't just give it to you. He could order it to be done through the proper means. If it was an emergency and he needed to get somewhere, he would have to use his own.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
So Magnum, you hear the shuttle approaching, and even though he tries to be as quiet as possible, his shuttle is no Wild Strike, so it's a little noisy.
Quiet doesn't leap to mind, frankly. I mean, I seem to remember him covering up other sounds with the sound of his engines once.
So he lands kind of off to the side a little bit, trying to keep his shuttle as low profile as possible. The shuttle wasn't designed for stealth, so unfortunately there might be some people noticing that you came in. But also it's a small personal transport. Hopefully you're just gonna go unnoticed.
Yeah, I think luck will be gone by the time anything significant happens.
A minute or so passes, and the door to the building opens up. You'll notice that this building right now, you found essentially an unoccupied structure. Next door is one of the offices of Datatrax. You'll remember Datatrax from the ads during the race.
Oh, yeah.
Other side or across the street is a relinquishment clinic that is currently being built. So,
what is a relinquishment clinic?
Effectively a suicide booth. For Cybertronians who no longer wish to live, their sparks are separated and their materials are recycled, usually to, friends, colleagues, stuff like that. When you're playing a race that lives millions of years that doesn't die naturally, these things do come up.
Yeah. It's kind of like the same feeling of like a funeral home.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Fix-It walks in, kind of checks behind him when he closes the door, making sure no one is coming in or following him afterwards.
Check him for bugs.
He doesn't even ask you any questions. He just kind of walks up to whoever's first in line and just turns around. And you get the sense that he expects you guys to do the same thing.
Sure.
Oh, I definitely
Yeah, you can
will.
look at our deck. He's clean, I assume?
Yep. You'll check him, he'll find he's clean, and he'll check all of you.
And put one on each of us.
And I assume he finds the same on all of you.
You assume. You should know.
You tell us.
You all are clean. Except Xaron. Xaron's very good. He's got tons of bugs.
Where's the patient?
Where is he?
He's right here.
Where'd he go? Did we misplace him? Did we leave him
I
in the
don't
glove
think so.
compartment?
He's still handcuffed to my wrist.
All right, there you go.
Jeez.
Still haven't found the key, have you?
I think they have. They're just not telling me.
Sweet Spot, get away from him. Get those handcuffs off. Stop goofing off. This is a serious matter.
I ain't laughing.
I am.
He'll go over to Xaron and flip him on his front. He'll take out his medical kit and start getting to work on it.
Do you want to help him explaining how you...
Yeah, I want to make sure he get it ready for if he gets that thing off, it's going to jump around and try to jump on someone.
Yeah.
At the very least, you should be watching in case he's more experienced than you. You could learn something from him.
Certainly. He's definitely more experienced than me. I probably could aid, though.
Yeah, go for it.
And we have a container for this one?
I would assume that Fix-It has some specimen jars and stuff that you can use to keep stuff kind of in check.
So I got a 19, so it's +2 for the check.
Place the tweezers like at the base of its neck, because as soon as you hit this thing, it's gonna fucking freak out,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you aid Fix-It more on the lines of you just warn him what's going to happen once it gets removed.
Mm-hmm.
He is very professional with this. Tool medikit on the floor, boom, open it up, grab a couple tools out, connects right to his fingers, and all he needs, 3 fingers to the 3 legs on one side. He's got like one arm on the one hand right on the little thing's neck. One hit, second hit, pops right off.
Nice.
Man, it took me 20 minutes to do that.
I mean, it's pretty good at checking oysters, too.
He just pats you on the shoulder.
Keep practicing.
He's like, yeah, but I did it with a laser scalpel. Oh, that's actually really impressive.
Just watching him, it's just like, it's so smooth and it's just so professional. You can certainly see why he was given that position. He'll pull that right off and pop it into the specimen container, seal that up.
I'll tell him that we have another one, too, as well.
You have another person that has one on?
No, we got another one off active, and we have it contained in this box.
Oh, Excellent. Good job. Let me deal with this first.
And he'll flip Xaron back over. He starts a quick little energon line directly into him to try and get some energon into him. And it takes about, like a minute or so. And Xaron opens up his eyes.
What is it? What happened? Fix it? Where am I? What's going on around here? Who are these people?
Who are these people?
Magnum, is that you?
Yes, hello. Good morning, Sunshine.
My name's not Sunshine, it's Xaron.
How you feeling, Sunshine?
A little confused. My memories of the last few weeks are a bit hazy.
What's the last thing you remember?
I remember you. You're Wild Strike. You were at the meeting after the attack at the race.
Yes.
And Sweet Spot, right?
Yes, of course. Good to see you back to yourself, sir.
And Carapace, if I remember correctly.
You have a good memory.
And Legionnaire? Yeah? The last thing I remember actually was that meeting meeting after the bombing. Quickswitch took me aside after we all left, and then things get hazy. Where's Quickswitch? Is he all right?
No.
Oh, not for long.
That's a long story.
Yeah, what date do you think it is?
Oh, man, a couple of weeks ago, I think, because your trip on the Metallicus took a while.
Yeah, I think it's been almost a month at this point.
He thinks it is many cycles ago.
Yeah, you may be surprised that you've officially endorsed C1.
The terrorist group?
Yes.
AKA the legitimate seat of government.
What do you mean endorsed them?
Can we play back the
I was going to say, pull it up.
Yeah, gave them your seal of approval, your stamp of appreciation, gave them your backing.
Maybe we should give them
support.
a rundown first of what's going on. Just sort of bring them up to date.
I would actually leave that to Legionnaire to do, because the two of them are more familiar. He'd be more likely to accept truths from him than us.
All right, that's fair enough.
Yeah, Legionnaire will certainly give you a rundown of everything that's happened.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would I have you arrested? You've done nothing but the best job.
We're being controlled
by these Cerebro-shells?
Yes, indeedy.
Yeah, we have several of them here.
We never told you their name. Dun, dun, dun.
Well, I imagine Legionnaire did. Recapping everything. You just fucking told Legionnaire to recap him.
I'm teasing. Oh, that was good.
Yeah, it was.
The only person who would be able to do this is someone extraordinarily high up in the chain of government. Fix it. It's not you, obviously. You just got this thing off of me. I don't think Wheeljack is capable of this kind of deception. Bulkhead, I don't...
Quick switch.
But he's Quick Switch.
He's the head of planetary defense. Why would he do something like this? This doesn't make...
the leader of C1.
You have proof of this?
As Xaron is talking to Wildstrike about this, memories kind of come back online in your head, and you realize that it wasn't Xaron that threw you in the cell. Xaron and Ironhide were there when Quickswitch revealed himself, and probably just all of the beatings and the damage or anything that you took, along with the sudden forced combination into Alloy, probably scrambled your memory there a little bit. But as you think back now, you realize that it was Quickswitch who did that first beating after you were rescued from the attack on you and Ironhide and dropped off at the security services building. You were summarily beaten and thrown in prison by him.
So you were there when Ironhide was taken?
Yes. Though I don't know what happened to him.
I think we have a pretty good understanding of what happened.
I remembered seeing him afterwards when I saw Xaron. They were both with Quickswitch when I was in prison. Do you remember that, Xaron?
No, I do not. It's all very hazy. I remember like tiny bits and pieces of walking down the hallways in the diplomatic hub, of being on camera, of making announcements to the general public. But it's all a haze. It's all a blur. I think that the last thing I clearly remember was that meeting where we talked with all of you after the race. That's the last clear memory I have.
Question: since we all kind of like shared memories, like our consciousness when we became alloy, like, can we remember that kind of stuff, or do like all of our thoughts kind of like go back to the original bot?
Or is it only like surface thoughts that are shared while we're connected?
While connected, surface thoughts are shared. But Carapace and Sweet Spot, I want both of you to make a wisdom check.
9. I have a 10 wisdom.
And I have a +3, so here's my roll. Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you, Roll20, you suck-ass bitch. That is a total of a 7. So I rolled a 4, or rather, on my behalf, Roll20 has rolled a 4 and added 3 to it. So I didn't even break double digits this time.
Yeah, you two try to really like dig deep and see if you can remember this and see if you can kind of recall if that's what was going on. But there was just so much stuff going on that it's so hard to pull specific details from all that.
I'm gonna pop a bolt. No, I got nothing.
Carapace, you do think it's possible, but right now you think it's a bit beyond you.
Sure. No, I just wanted to throw the idea out.
While all of you are kind of talking this out with Xaron, Fix-It will come up to you, Wildstrike, and says,
"Please sit down. I might be able to help out with this. I do have experience with post-traumatic stress, with memories that have kind of been blocked and have trouble accessing. It usually regards to very old bots who have trouble pulling memories from really early in their life. But this may be able to help you as well."
All right, I guess it's worth a shot.
So what he will effectively do is give you like a boost to wisdom.
Okay.
So if you want to give it a shot, you can go ahead and make a wisdom check at +4.
Wow, so a 23.
Damn.
Wow.
Nice.
All right.
So
You didn't even need the boost. You think back to your time in the prison, and you sift through those memories. Some of them were jumbled during your combination into Alloy, and others blocked out because of the physical torture you endured. You can see it clearly now. Quick Switch taunting you in the cell, Ironhide and Xaron standing behind him at attention. He moves to leave, snapping his fingers, and the two ministers fall in line behind him.
Yeah, I will relay those memories now that I can see them clearly.
Now that the rain is gone?
He can see clearly now. The brain is gone. There is no thinking to get in his way.
Blame it on the brain. Yeah, yeah.
I imagine that you guys hurry, stick around for a little while longer, kind of comparing notes, trying to get Xaron to get as many memories back as possible. Fix-It is probably helping him out as well.
I want to also make sure that we mention Spotsweet's memory about the bot that looked like Bombshell.
No, don't look at me. It's the other that guy there. I'm Sweet Spot. He's Spot Sweets.
You two look so similar, though. It's like I'm looking at a mirror image of each other. Except you're white and you're black.
We should get him to join our combiner form. At least our arms will match, or legs.
Meanwhile, miles above the city, Quick Switch's command ship, the Steel Haven, orbits the planet in a geosynchronous position above Iacon. Inside, the door to the captain's conference chamber opens as a low groan of pain escapes the darkened room. Quick Switch steps out into the corridor, motioning to the guards. Make sure no one else enters this room without my approval. The guard simply nods. He taps the comm on his wrist, calling out to the bridge. This is the captain. Ensure that the energon supply to the conference chamber is unbroken. We don't want our plans interrupted too soon now. A curt "Aye, Captain" is the only response. The corridor outside the chamber is dark, lit by recessed panels and the glow of the rapidly dwindling light reflected from the planet's surface. The lights of Cybertron are becoming visible outside the ship as the night cycle engulfs the city. One lone city, the last city of the Old Age. No, not the last, but the first. The first city in this brave new empire. One in which Cybertron will be united and strong. Strong enough to withstand the enemy that is going to come. Quickswitch stares out over Iacon, over his city, his planet. He will make sure it survives, no matter the cost. And we'll see you next time.
I was afraid that he was like looking down at us from like a rail gun, you know.
Satellite targeting system.
Yeah.
This is Roadbuster. My squad's under fire from road cons. We need backup. We need someone fast. Someone who can scout out the cons encampment. Sweet spot. Played by Adam and Chew. It's 2 clicks away. Get him here. Fast. We could use some extra firepower. Get Wildstrike down here. Played by Mike M. I know he's the next con, but he's still the best damn gunner I know. The cons are breaking through. We need more soldiers. Carapace, Rex, where are you two? You're the toughest spots I know. Played by Patrick Finn and Rob Muller. Springer's been hit. We need a medic. Get Pythagoras over here. Played by Matthew G. If we don't make it out of this, tell Mission Command that Empire of Rust was created, written, and GM'd by Michael Ordway. And to support the podcast, go to transmissionspodcast.com/rust. Listen to the Transmissions Network for all the latest Transformers news and media. Oh, this is bolts. Wreck and roll.